Well, today I want to show y'all my cloner real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all too, because people, been criticizing me today, trying to get at me, get under my skin or whatever. Think they know some shit that I don't know, or don't think I know what I say I know. Well, right today I want to show y'all right here. This is my cloner. On this side here, I got grape OGs. This is the white. This is lemon OG from the big bushy plant that I was talking about yesterday. These, where am I at? I lost track of. Oh, these right here are my Star Dogs. All right, this one and this one are from the cookies and cream seedling I got upstairs. These are all GMOs. All right, nah. Let's see who's on here with me right now. Organic Home Buzz, how's it going? Appreciate it, my baby. Now, what I was saying though is I was just up in my bedroom and somebody was trying to tell me about my grow and I don't know shit and who am I and everything else. Well, I guess you're gone already, but so either way, right now these are my clones. These are everything that's coming from upstairs that I got going in my veg and my bloom. These are clones off of them. So I got some grape OGs. Oh, okay, I see you, my baby. I got some grape OGs, some the whites, some lemon OGs, some Star Dogs, two cookies and creams from a seedling, and some GMOs. Now, this the thing is that this cloner I made for 180 bucks August, September area. This water that's been in this cloner has been here since September area. Like I have not changed this raz out yet. I done cloned everything that's in my bloom and my veg. Plus, I gave a whole bunch of clones to my ex partner to take to other grows that I was supplying clones for. So, like I was saying, this cloner has been running since September nonstop. I got an air bubbler in here with two air stones in it. All right, I got two big air stones in it. And I made my own manifold. I made everything. I opened it up to show y'all. But like I was saying, um, I made this. The water been in here since September. My mixture of my solution that I have in here for water happens to be where is it? This is in there, which is a rooting agent from Home Depot. I'm a real low budget grower. This is rooting powder I get from Home Depot. And where's my other bottle? That's to show y'all what my rooting agent is. This is my other rooting agent. You see that? This is what I use to root with. This also keeps my water from getting nasty. This is an anti-fungi. This kills the fungus and anything that's conforming on water. But this and that rooting agent is what I've been had in this pool in this reservoir since September. All right. So let me open this up. Okay, y'all can see that I got clones that's rooted. Every 2 or 3 days, I take clones out of here damn near. Well, it's about to be back there because I just put new clones in here. This is my homemade manifold. Um, when I say that I've been doing this for years, I ain't been cloning and doing all that for years. I just built this clone. It's my first aero cloning experience. Let's see what y'all got going on. Hey, Blessed. Yeah, I'm plugged up to the charger right now. This cloner is in my bedroom closet. This is my closet in my bedroom. My light for my cloner is a light that I got at Myers for $10, but it's an LED. It works pretty damn good. It's been running since September nonstop. Everything that's upstairs came from this cloner, except for the one seedling that I got right now, and the seedling is about to sprout. Organic Home Buzz, where are you from? You from Michigan, that's right. I think we already talked. What's up, Goliath, baby? All right? I didn't even know that was you. I thought you was somebody else. Happy to see you here, my baby. But yeah, Blasted was with me a little while ago and somebody was arguing about what I know and don't know and everything else. Like he the master grower. We all think we out co growers. You know what I'm saying? But he got mad at me because I was talking about tall plants versus short plants and stuff like that. And my phone died, so I really couldn't get into it with the situation. But I ain't trying to fight and argue with nobody. All I could do is say that I went and checked out his channel, and he got some autoflowers. So why are we arguing about gigantic plants if you got autoflowers? I don't get it. But we ain't gonna talk about that no more. But yeah, so like I was saying, this is my cloner. That's Grape OG. That's the white. That's Lemon OG right here. This right here is Star Dog. I had to take those off, the only clone that I had left, so I got 7 Star Dogs. This is GMO, and these two right here are cookies and cream from Seedling. Now let me tell you how my mind works. Ain't none of this shit labeled in here, all right? So once again, I know that these are all Grape OGs coming from the clones upstairs. That's how they looking right now. Wait, I can't find the camera. Oh, that's how this one looking. It's got a dinky root, but I can still transplant that. I don't know why it rooted up in one spot. But if I show you the GMO that's rooting right now, I think that's this one. Yeah. You see how good I got my shit memorized. But that's how this one's shooting its roots. See the roots healthy and white. Now, mind you, my rooting solution is cinnamon and a rooting agent from Home Depot. But yeah, and the same water has been in this AeroCloner since September. The same water. All I do is top it off. I don't switch it out. I don't clean it out. As it evaporates and get low, I put more water in it. And there, I'll top it off 2 or 3 times, and I'll put a new scoop of cinnamon in it and a scoop of the rooting agent. Oh, I had azoles in there too. I'm sorry, I forgot. I had azoles in there, and I had a root pack from the same company from Azoles from Extreme. So what y'all talking about in here? Yeah, it's a huge cloner. See what happened, Blessed? I have built a cloner. It was smaller than this, but it was a 68 site cloner. I had built it out of a tote that was smaller than this one, but it was leaking because it didn't have the flanges like this on the edge, so it just overlapped the top. And every time it turned on, my carpet was wet. It was soaking wet and everything else. So I tripped over this one at Home Depot, which you know they got the yellow tote this size, that's normal, but I bought this one. And it works real good. And I'll tell you truthfully, I don't think that I had the same experiences cloning with the store-bought cloning than I did with my own cloner. What's up, Dad, baby? All right? I think that my mind built what I needed to work with. Like my ex-partner, we fell out a couple months ago. She took cuttings and went to every person's house that had a cloner because she saw me rocking my cloner, and she killed like 300 clones. Like literally, she took clones everywhere, flooded everybody cloners, and none of them worked, and none of them came out. And I don't have very many casualties. Every once in a while, like one of my sprayers might get clogged up, and one of my plants will dry out and die, or I catch it in time and switch it around so it don't dry up and die. I had a situation that this pump burnt out on me. So, oh shit, I spilled water. This pump burnt out on me, but it was burning out little by little. You can see all the cinnamon on it. That's cinnamon and brown shit. It was going out little by little, so when the timer clicked on for it, it wouldn't turn on sometimes, and I had to fuck with the plug and keep unplugging and plugging it back up to get it turned back on. And it finally went out, so I had to get a new pump. But when that was out, I had took all my clones out and put them in a bucket with my stones. It was like deep water culturing them to keep them alive. Some of them died from, some of them, when I put them back in the cloner, they shot roots like a son of a bitch, though. Yeah, Dab, I do the clone domes too. Actually, I had bought, even while I had this running, I had bought 5 domes. And I had to send them something down the street to my neighbor because I didn't need them. But I tried the domes with this going, and my domes got moldy and funky real quick because I've been out of practice. I just started back growing in December after taking a 6 or 7 year break from like about 7 years, because I almost got murdered behind growing. I almost got killed, me and my family. So I stopped growing. I'm in a different area now, and I don't mess with nobody anymore. So I really don't have that to worry about anymore. So I set my grow up for a hobby and to get my finances back and to make some people happy to have some good smoke. People thinking I'm just blowing smoke, but I got people fiending for my tree. I appreciate that, Dabs. If you see everything, like I say, I try to tell everybody, man, that I'm broke. Okay, I'm a single daddy. I ain't got no money. I barely even got any income right now. You know what I'm saying? So I live day to day. So every little bit of extra $100 here, $50 here, I put into my grow right now. Which I'm gonna have to pause in a minute because I got to get back ready to do fall cleanups and stuff. So I get my equipment ready for my backpack blowers and everything. I got to get everything tuned up. But like what I'm saying is, between paying bills and everything else, my budget is not really fine for not high for my grow. I'm hoping that I can win over some grower companies and light companies and want to sponsor me and give me shit like I see everybody else channels getting shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm doing. I know my products is good. I know I got skills. I know I can put some shit together. Everything in my grow, everything about my grow, I did myself. I wired my whole attic. Um, I wired my whole attic and put a circuit breaker up there and everything. And I'm building tents out of plastic and stapling them together, and they working better than a grow shop tent. But yeah, so I really can't do but what I can do. Like I was selling clones for a little while, but I shut that down too because I don't trust the person that was taking the clones up out of here, and I don't trust doing cash transactions for nothing. But if you got, like, if she was bringing me product for product, that was a different story. But either way, I try to keep the cloner going just in case some shit die off or anything else. But I would never grow all these plants. These plants would never be able to hit all my bloom. I had too many plants in a minute, way too many. You know what I'm saying? But I clone them and I give them to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, Blasted the views here, I throw you clones. They were like, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're my people. I got a friend of mine now. I'm about to go give him some clones today to put out in his backyard because he's about to do his backyard grow. And I wanted to give him some of the genetics I got that don't nobody around me got. Y'all understand? Don't nobody got these strands I got. And everybody don't know I got these strands yet, but they know I'm growing. But I got some genetics. You in the same boat. That's why the started with me. Retype that so I understand what you were saying. No, oh, you didn't see my manifold, Blessed? I'll show you my manifold in 1 second after I read everybody else's conversation. I say hi to Dabs. Cheers, damn clone. But I'm gonna tell you, the sprinkler heads, that's my next design, is making a manifold with either 6 to 8 sprinkler heads in it. So here, Blessed. This is my manifold. I could twist it and turn it and rotate it and do all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you can see that everything cloning. Well, not everything cloning, but you see I've got clones. And what I was telling is that this water has been in this reservoir since September. Like, I have never cleaned this cloner out. That's why the top of it's so dirty, because it ain't never been empty for me to clean the top off. But I'm gonna take a shop back and today or tomorrow and shop back the top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I tell y'all, that my mind on a different level. I'm not trying to say I'm the best grower or anything, but I know my shit. Can't nobody argue with me about nothing. Can't nobody tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this. So this is whoever just came in new. I know I'm repeating myself, but like I said, my res has been the same water since September. So I use this, which is a rooting powder from Home Depot. You see the Bonnie on it. So if you know about Home Depot products, you know they carry Bonnie. All right. The other powder that I put in here is this. Do your due diligence about cinnamon. You can use spit. You can use your saliva to clone with. You can use cinnamon. You can use honey. But do your due diligence about cinnamon. And then look at my mixture, and I put azoles in there too, a mycorrhiza. All right. So that's my rooting solution. That's what's up, Blasted. I like hearing that kind of talk instead of talking against me like other people act like I don't know what I'm talking about. You feel me? But yeah, so this my rooting solution has been in this reservoir since September. I know people that change 2 and 3 times between clones. If I showed y'all how white my clones come. See that? I was unhealthy if I was fungied up or bacteriaed up in my res. This wouldn't happen. The cinnamon turns it brown sometimes if I got too much cinnamon in my concentrated solution. But for the most part, this is how my clones come. All right, and I get clones out of here every 3 or 4 days. Hey, this is the thing is like I went to old boys grow blasted. Have you seen his channel? He's fresh out the water, fresher than me since he's been growing it for so long. But I got another channel that's 8 years old. But his channel is like 2 or 3 weeks old, and he's growing autoflowers. And I don't even understand how he arguing with me. And you growing autoflowers, you can't grow no tall, bushy, flat, big ass plant in autoflowers. Hey, Dad, this is what I was just trying to tell other people because they like, who are you? You think you know everything? You woo woo woo. And I try to tell them, I say, bro, I done did a whole bunch of research and did my due diligence. When I first started growing indoors, I've been growing for years outside. But when I started going to grow shops, the guys at the grow shops like, dude, who the fuck you fuck with? You fuck with hippies or something? Where did you learn this shit from? Like, I'll stun them with the information I got about doing things in a different format and in different ways. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to skin a cat. But since this is the first time you heard of using cinnamon, Google it. Google it while you're online with me right now, so you can come like, dude, that's some sweet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I done did every which. Let me tell you, I'm not like I ain't come up with the idea. I ain't think about it like that. But what I did is I Googled what is organic substance that I could use for cloning marijuana, and guess what popped up? Cinnamon, and so does saliva as well. And it's also asked to say they use cinnamon and saliva to see how good your clones come. So I ain't gonna front. Every time I got a wide in my mouth, I open this motherfucker up and spit in it. Hey, I'm 100% organic. If I had a nitrogen deficiency in my plants, I put my piss in it. Your piss is the strongest nitrogen you can get that it instantly bring your plants green back quicker than anything in the world. I had grow partners a couple years ago that like, Vinny, please don't piss on the plants. That's all I want, Mike. And so that man left, I made a piss solution up quick as hell. Yeah, and I was telling less is more, Blasted. That's what I started to learn. It's just like, I don't know if you paid attention to my soil mix, Blasted, but out of everything, I got the cheapest soil mix and I got the deepest, greenest, best looking weed ever. Out of everything, the less I do to it, the better it is. I just only thing is I got a moisture meter and everything. Like I tell you, my pools don't drain, so my watering I got to balance out and you critique it. You know what I'm saying, to make sure it's not too watery and not too dry. But for the most part, my pool's doing the damn thing. Oh, okay. You was there when I did the soil mix. But once I do get some more sunshine number 4 and a bag of the compost and soil, I'll make the mix and I'll show you how I do it because I mix it a couple of days before I use it. And I take the seabird guano and all the other things and mix it in and wet it down and let it mend in. You know what I'm saying? And let it get activated before I actually use it. And plus, I don't want no hot spots in it for when I transplant the plants. So I let it get broke down and get I can't even think of the word right now. Amend it so it's ready for me when I'm ready to transplant into it. So I make a pool mixture, like I got a pool that was right there that I mix a whole batch up, let it sit there until I need it. I'd make it a couple days early, and then once I get it, it's ready for me. Yeah, watering is a bad thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna tell you because I ain't growing 6 years, 7 years. So when I first built this cloner, I had gigantic rooted up plants that I had all over here. I had this filled up and I had layers of plants around. I had all around the base of this filled up. Everything up dying from me overwatering. Like I overwater. Now I don't put a teaspoon of water in my fresh clones. I hit it right by the stem and soak it down. And then when I see them drooping the first time, I hit it with a batch of water. Like I water it. But I let the roots spread out for a little bit before I start watering it all. Exactly. Let's stay starving. Exactly. You on point. You on point. What's up, JK? You all right, my baby? Yeah, but blessed you learning. I like that. Everything you saying is like on my temple of things. How I heard to use it, but wait 30 days it changes. Less ammonia, what I read. Dab, elaborate what you're saying right quick because I can't comprehend that right now. I don't know why, but if you're talking about the cinnamon in the 30 days or the water in general, this the thing is like I said, I got two air stones in here that run constantly. Like even if I wasn't using my cloner, that water, I done shut this cloner down once or twice. But even if I wasn't using it, the air stones are going nonstop. And I'll show you what the air stones are. You can see how brown my hoses are from the cinnamon. But that's my air stones. You can see the cinnamon all built up on that too. You can see the cinnamon all over this. It smells like cinnamon. And that takes over my couple sites, but I don't need that many sites. I keep it flowing. I keep it flowing. Let me see what other one got clones like a roots I can show. This one. Oh shit, that scared me. Plug came undone. What's it? This one? Ooh. But once this one starts shooting, it's about to start shooting soon. What's this one? Was it this one? Yeah. All right, this is the white. All right. See the roots? Pure white. God damn it. All right. So yeah, now this one's gonna be hard to get back in because of all the damn roots going all different directions. I hate pinching the roots. Okay. Damn. I'm gonna tell you, I'm trying to think of the best way I can explain it to you. I'm gonna tell you, I don't really measure. This is what I do, and I tell you right now that I don't even need none right now. But this is what I do. So I'm gonna turn the sprayers on so I can show you. Cause I like to mix it while it's going in. All right, now listen. My sprayer timer goes on, sprays for 15 minutes, and shuts off for 30 minutes. So it runs for 15 minutes. You can see what my cloner's doing right there, Blessing. I think my sprayers are clogged up though, but they still do what they do. Now, I do this. That's what I do. And little by little that shit'll wash in and mix up. I don't measure. I'm gonna put some more of the other shit to balance it out too though. Hold on. Now mind you, this is like $5 a bottle. You know, that ain't nothing but a hormone to tell the plant to start rooting. That's my solution right there. Less is more, right? Well, I tell you, you can't tell me my shit don't work. And I just showed y'all, I just put cinnamon on my roots. I didn't say that I did it and didn't show y'all. I just put cinnamon on my roots for you. So I can't, if I was trying to fuck y'all grow up, or if this was gonna fuck my grow up, I was gonna kill all these clones, right? If I was gonna put that cinnamon on there. But I did it for y'all to show you that my shit don't even need that. But it ain't gonna do nothing but just make it do what it do. It ain't gonna overdo it. It ain't gonna burn them. It ain't gonna kill them. It ain't gonna suffocate them. It ain't gonna do anything. So that's how I do. And like I say, if you Google, you say you Google it so you can see that the cinnamon is a fungi. I appreciate that, Dabs. That's what everything's supposed to be. You feel me? Everybody else, I can't say everybody else, and Blessed know it too. It was only one person that came at me with negative shit so far since I did this channel. Y'all don't understand. Y'all done made a nigga feel real good and warm inside, for real, for real. I got a lot of unhappiness in my life, but y'all come to my grow, talk to me, y'all make me feel good. I don't try to act like I'm the best person, but I tell you, I done did my research, and I try to make shit be at a different level. I try to defy everything that the grow lights and the nutrient companies and every other person try to put in your heads of what you need and don't need. You know what I'm saying? So it's always another way to skin a cat. So before I go buy something, I Google what's the organic alternative. You know what I'm saying? What's another way to do something? And I try it out. If it works, I'm gonna run with it. So the cinnamon and everything else, thus far, it has worked. My first tote that I built this out of, and it was clear, but it was leaking, like I said, and I kept on filling it up, and my first couple clones came out of it, but it was leaking, but it was clear. So you was able to see the roots growing in it. And everybody's like, dude, you got roots showing in light and everything. I said, bro, that ain't gonna make no difference. I got cinnamon there. It's gonna kill the fungus. It's gonna kill the algae. It's gonna kill everything. Now that I say it, I wonder if it will kill algae. Like we have root light problems and stuff like that. Like even in deep water culture, I wonder if the cinnamon that killed it would just take the algae down. That's something to think about, ain't it? And that'd be something else if you figured out that that would work. That'd be some shit. Like you'd break a whole bunch, you'd save a whole bunch of trouble, a whole bunch of time. Thank you, Blessed. Thanks, J and K. I watched your shit today too, bro. I like the little shed and everything you building on your show, on your channel, man. It looks a little bit overkill, but it's nice. Well, I can't wait to see it done. My used soil, I ain't gonna mend in my used soil. I want to mend, Dad. I recharge it. I just refeed it. You know what I'm saying? Like say if I flush it down for harvest, my plants is I'm gonna cut the plants out and I'm gonna plant right next to the stalk. The stalk itself is gonna decompose and compost down and feed the plants too. The roots and the stalk is going straight back into the next plant. I'm never going to, no-till. It's no-till. No-till means you don't till the land. You don't flip it and rotate it and switch it around. You just let it be natural. You know what I'm saying? That's what no-till is. If I was organic means I'm just using soils and amendments and I'm feeding my plants. I'm going to dump it out, spin it around, flip it, and all that shit. No-till means no tilling. I'm not going to till it. I'm not going to disturb, erupt disturb it. Everything's going to stay the way it is. I did what in the last live? Oh, my organic soil. I didn't show you the soil, Dad. Let me see how much battery I got right quick. If you want to, I can go upstairs. I can take my charger with me. I can show you. I can break my soil down for you. You want me to do that for you? What's up, Twister? I'm out here showing everybody my clones and shit, bro. I was telling everybody my cloner and telling everybody I use cinnamon to clone with. And everybody was shocked, Twister. So I just showed them. I just showed them that I put cinnamon into my reservoir right now. I just did it in front of everybody. So yeah. Twister, I had a guy earlier was telling me I don't know what I'm doing. He told me I don't know shit. He made me mad. What the? Oh, you're gonna check out the video. That's what that. You can do that too. Yep, cayenne pepper too. Yep. Yep. I was in my veg room earlier, Twister. You ain't come into the veg, so I'll probably come back there earlier. Later on, I go into both the bloom and the veg, and if I make it to the soil, if I make it get my dirt and shit, I'll show y'all my mix. J and K, you talking about the pod you running? What's the pod? The shed and stuff you building, or where you was at the greenhouse saying that y'all setting up the deep water culture setup? Hey, I try to tell them. I try to explain what I can, but you know, it's always somebody gonna tell me, "Who are you? Well, how do you think you know everything? I've been growing since I was 18 and I'm 42 years old." And I said, "Well, I've been growing since I was 16 and I'm 42 years old. So what the fuck is your point?" Yeah, Mo Greens. I'm over at the in my clone area. I'm in my closet with my cloner, and I'm gonna show to everybody everything that my cloner breaks out to be. Okay. First of all, everybody say that's a big ass cloner. Well, that's the biggest tote you can get at Home Depot for the yellow and black tote. All right. Uh, this is a LED light that I got from Myers for $9 on clearance. But that's just a LED. I mean, a floodlight that I got from Home Depot. Bubbler I got from Myers. Two air stones going into my res. In my res, I got to turn the water off. I only turned it on to mix up the cinnamon. Hold on. All right, in my res, it's my homemade manifold that I can rotate and move the way I want to. You can see that I got plants with roots hanging, so you know my shit works. All right. Like I said, cinnamon in there. This is my solution here. Cinnamon and rooting powder from Home Depot, Bonnie's. I just put some in there and showed everybody. The air stones, I let run 24 hours a day, even if I got something cloning or I don't got nothing cloning. If I shut my pump down, air stones keep the water fresh. Twister, I was telling everybody that my water been in this cloner since September. And everybody was like, whoa. Now, this thing is the cinnamon is a fungi, so it keeps my water from going stagnant. My air stones keep my water from going stagnant. And I just been running this in September. Let me see what everybody's saying. Farm Pod Aquatics, I got you, J and K. I was just letting you know, my baby. I done peeped you out. I done seen everything. It's in my mind. It's in my database. You feel me? I'm just showing you how my mind works and how real I am. Um, Hey, Twisters, that's right. We ain't arguing and fighting. I'm just gonna put the proof in the pudding, my baby. Well said, my nigga. That's all I can do, my nigga. Just say, hey, watch what I do. Uh, you was gonna do what, Mo Greens? Yeah, JK, it's simple. It's less is more, my baby. My air stones, I got two of them air stones. This is the air stone, this is the air stone. Right? But then I showed you how big the air stones was. Let me tell you too. Oh shit, I can't get it out. Get out. Goddamn, the hole's so big. Alright. I'm gonna tell you too, that's how big my air stones is. The cinnamon is stuck on there. But also, I take one of these air stones out and put it over here in the bucket for my tea. When I need to brew tea, this is when I bring my bucket over here and take one of these air stones out and I brew tea with it. So when I gotta make a beneficial tea, I grab that air stone, drop it in a 5-gallon bucket, and use it for my bubbler. Thanks, Mo Greens. No problem, J and K. That's what's up, Dabs. Oh shit, here go that battery shit. Let's switch it to this way and see if it works. Okay. Yeah, so like I say, the cinnamon definitely works. You know what I'm saying? Cinnamon and a little bit of rooting agent from Home Depot. If you're gonna do the cinnamon dabs, put a scoop of Azos in there. I don't know if you mess with Azos or not, or get you any kind of mycorrhiza and put you a little bit of mycorrhiza in there. But yeah, JNK, I've been peeping you out, bro. I see you say you on the internship, huh? That's what's up. I still want to know why you got them little ass plants in that big ass space though, JNK. I mean, you got a whole bunch of space with like 3 little plants, and you need to drop your lights down closer to it. But you're doing what you do. Oh yeah, Twister. That's why I was telling everybody like every time I get ready to go buy something, I gotta buy something for my grow. I Google and search first. Like I say, what's a organic alternative for a rooting agent? And cinnamon came up, honey came up, saliva came up. And I told everybody earlier, yeah, when I got a wide in my mouth, I come and spit it in my reservoir too. Dab, I make teas like once a week, once every 2 weeks. Goliath, I'm waiting for my friend to bring me an aloe vera plant. I'm gonna use that for rooting agent too. Yeah, I know about it. You can break a leaf off and put the stem straight up in the gel and get. You learned that from Minnesota dope, my man. Just like I knew when y'all was doing the bubble hash, I knew y'all was talking about Mendo dope with the washing machine. I was telling the chick that was sitting here with me that I was doing that. Y'all was doing that for Mendo dope. I know all the channels, I know all the syncs, and I know all the links. Oh yeah, get an aloe plant. Aloe plant do a lot of things for you and the plants. Yeah, Minnesota nice. Say I said Minnesota dope. I knew I was saying it wrong. But I was close enough. Goddamn shit, leave me alone. Yeah, but I know Minnesota nice is the one that incorporated into the growing on YouTube to teach people about it. Man, but you still seen Minnesota nice's fucking video, didn't you, Twister? I can believe you only been doing it a year because I mean YouTube's for a year because yeah, if you do enough the extraction videos, you'll be a pro at doing the bubble. Yeah, I ain't tried the aspirin yet, and you can't say 230, 350 milligram tabs. And it depend on what big of a raz or how much water you mixing that with for it to be the right solution. Goliath, let me tell you what I used to do when you talk about soil. I used to, no matter how you cut it, I used to take my clones, cut them, and I take maybe a half a cup of soil and put it in a sandwich baggie. Hold on, let me show you. I used to take half a cup of soil, and I would run it on sandwich baggie sideways here. I'll run it right here and make like an egg roll, stick the clone in it, and roll that bag up and wrap it with aluminum foil and put them in domes. That was my cloning method. And it's crazy you said that because yesterday I was thinking like, why didn't I this time growing, I ain't did that method. And I know it works real good for me. I'll let you, J and K. But yeah, I did the dirt cloning. I done cloned every which way you can. I truthfully, this is the thing is my arrow cloner and versus doing it in dirt or cups or in a dome. Me and my ex grow partner was planning on doing that. I needed mass production and didn't need to want to have to worry about the clone domes, and I could set them and forget them in here. You know what I'm saying? So I set this up for that. Hey, that's what I do, Twister. That's what I was trying to tell little boy that I was arguing when I took notes and I done did every which way possible and every which way possible in any form of growing. I done tried everything. It's just like people argue about what's the best reflection. White's the best paint for reflection and everything else. And no, it's not. Mylar is. And Mylar is at 98% reflective. White paint is like 78% reflective. People don't want to know. People think they know, but want to argue. I say, have you did your research? Have you checked? Have you did anything to compare it? And don't mind do it. That's why I was telling you when you got that roll of Mylar that you can go to Myers and get the same shit for $1.20, $1.90 for a 6x8 sheet. I think it is 6 feet by 8 feet. No, 4 feet by 6 feet. I don't know, but it's big as fuck. You seen what was in my tent? Oh shit! Here come the frequency. Listen, even though that sounds weird that y'all say that, all my shit is frequency because I manipulate the plants. You feel me? I do everything differently. Yeah, all soil got microbes. Well, I don't know about making the spectrum light on LED because you gotta be careful with LED. When I first got this LED and I was using it for my clones, I had it too close. All my clones turned yellow. I'm talking about they bleached every last bit of them. Every last bit of them. I know you're the frequency king, Twister. You know, the first person I heard talk about that. I just say less is better. Less is more. You feel me? That's how I look at it. That's my metaphor on that. But yeah, but this light, let me see what this wattage is. This is a 15-watt light, 500 Kelvin, 5,000 Kelvin. And it was like this close to the plants and turned all my plants yellow. LED ain't no hoe. Oh, not for clones. Yeah. Yeah, Bo Green, if you go look in my bloom room, you can see the Mylar. It's $1.90. That's at Home Depot and at Myers and shit like that. It'd be in the camping department. They're emergency blankets. They just in a little package folded up, look like not even like a stack of cards. It's like a little pack about this big, folded up with a silver blanket in it. So you gotta go to the camping department to find them. But they're $1.90 a sheet, sometimes cheaper. You can go online and get them for like 67 cents, 60 or 70 cents a piece. If you look for Mylar emergency blankets. You talking about the emergency blankets, Blessed? Dab, if you go to my old channel, that guy Low Budget Grow, I got pretty much a whole bloom room and veg room set up on CFLs, from the 2700 Kelvin to the 6500 Kelvins. All right, so if you can check that out, you can go. I got a bloom room that's got 22 CFL bulbs, one conversion bulb that's made out of a shop light from like a light that be in Home Depot or something. That I bought a conversion bulb for $60. I ordered offline, but it gave out like 960 watts because the conversion dropped some watts off of it. But yeah, I have a whole CFL grow, like I tell you, that from the 2700 Kelvin all the way up to the 6500 Kelvins. Blessed, you think like me. I don't know if you got that from me or you had already did your due diligence on the Mylars, but if you went enough to go check online to see how much prices is, you know what you're doing. Everything about you picking up on game. I like that. Like I say, everything you say, you trying to find out the best way, the easy way, the cheap way. And I hear you every time you say you broke as me too. I hear you cry, you broke. Yeah, my friend just ordered some for like 70 cents a piece from another website. I don't know exactly where he got them from. My baby Twister, I'm going to get there, my nigga. Don't worry. I got a lot of elasticity. You feel me? For real. I need myself. Yeah, Bill's LED. That's where I got it from, CFL. Yeah, I did the CFL thing 7 years ago. Let me tell you something. I don't know if my YouTube channel helped or whatever, but after I had my CFL grow, CFL prices changed. I'm talking about everywhere I went. I used to get cases of CFLs, like 12 packs from Home Depot for like $8. Them motherfuckers turned in $3 a piece. You think like me, Blessed. You do. You really do. I can see the sync up on it. You say you get a 50-foot roll of Mylar for $20? How the hell are you doing that? Say Mo pissed at you, huh? Like, were you just talking about him last night, though? I think you was just saying some shit about him yesterday, weren't you, Twister? Oh, yeah, I thought so. I think he mad at me. And you laugh and saying it, huh? I know your boy. I hear y'all talk about the seed shit and everything. I know. He try to network with everybody he can too. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I say, man, and not everything, and I pray to God that it get better, but weed is supposed to be peace, love, and joy. You feel me? Michigan Ganja is the guy that cut into me today. Michigan Ganja is the guy that told me I ain't no shit of what I was talking about today. That's the guy that said he's been growing since he was 18 and he's 42. Oh shit, he done popped up. What up, Mo baby? Nah, the person Michiganja, whatever the fuck y'all Goliath just brung up. You said y'all both said it. He the one that was telling me that I didn't know what I was talking about shit. And told me he been growing since he was 18 and he 42. And I said I've been growing since I was 16 and I'm 42. So what's your point? But we was talking about tall plants versus short plants. He a mook. What the fuck is a mook? But yeah, we was arguing. Well, we wasn't even arguing. Me and Mo was talking about his plants, and I was saying he has some tall ass plants, and I don't believe in having tall plants. I believe the weed is stronger with shorter plants. The nutrients ain't got to travel up the stems and shit. So he was telling me, like, who are you? Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. I said, well, listen, man, I look at it like a water hose. If I got a 100-foot water hose, it take a whole bunch more pressure to get to the end of that water hose. But if I got a 25-foot water hose, that motherfucker coming out busting. You know what I'm saying? So me and him got into it about it. I'm saying, Twister. Nah, well, Blessed was there. I keep telling y'all, I'm talking about Michiganja. But that every which way possible, my opinion is plants shorter, nutrients hit the bud quicker and harder, and you get more out. You get more punch to it. 8-foot tall plant, you got a whole bunch of travel to get that nutrient up to the top. That stem growth takes away from the bud development and everything. Right, that's what I was saying. Oh, he a hoe. Say you were saying the wrong thing, huh? See how much battery I got. See how much battery. Oh, you saying that's his name, John? But I'm saying, this the thing is, how are we arguing about growing big ass plants and you say you got plants, one of his plants was bigger than all mine put together. I go check out the dude channel and he got 4 autoflowers going. Like, how are we relating to this argument? gonna talk about big ass plants and all this, and you got autoflowers, which I done seen some YouTube videos of people claiming they didn't got some big ass autoflowers, but I don't see how you arguing about autoflowers and you ain't got no big plants. Frank told you what, Mo Green? And like I said on that live, this is the first person that came at me with some shit like that, trying to cut into me like I don't know shit. John is Michiganja, right? Like Goliath. I mean, Goliath and Twister. I was saying that all the plants that I got in my veg, I was saying that wedding cake was a stretchy plant. Now I got what 20 plants, 30 plants in one area. Listen, no, you got to listen now, Twister. I just showed my veg. I said the wedding cake, I'm not liking the stretch in the wedding cake. His first comment was, "Is this the wedding cake was stretching because it was competing in the pool for space?" I said, "Sir, I got 6 plants in a pool that holds 30 gallons of water. Each plant's got 5 gallons of water." He goes, "I'm not saying root bound." He's saying that they fighting for root area, root space. I said root bound would be they fighting for space, because if they fighting for root space, that means they're tied up with each other. That means these little ass plants then grew in 5 gallons of soil mass that fast, and they competing with each other for space. And he kept on arguing with me. So I said, okay, if that's the case, if they complain, if they fight for space, I pick up a gallon with a wedding cake in it, and it's stretched the same goddamn way. And he goes, "Oh, that's stretched out because it's in a gallon." I said, "Oh, if that's stretched out because it's in a gallon, why is all my other plants not stretched out? The other plants that's in the pool with the damn wedding cakes was short and bushy, and every other gallon plant I got was short and bushy. The wedding cake is fucking 10 feet long. Please explain to me." The genetics is the situation on this, because it's all in the same environment. I only got one strand stretching. My whole thing was, as I was saying, I don't like how the wedding cake stretch. And he trying to tell me because it was fighting for root space. It was because of this. It was because of that. And every time I proved him wrong, he came out saying, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Vince, my nigga. Who is you?" You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there showing them the space between each Noid on the wedding cake versus what's the other strands that I got, and how close they are and how bushy they are. And the wedding cake got fucking 5 or 6 inches between each Noid in the same environment. But he's trying to tell me it's my growing method that's making that motherfucker stretch. But the other 10 strands that I got next to it ain't doing it. No, Goliath, no matter where they at in the area, they stretch. The pool, I turn half the pool is right up underneath the light at all times. This is where we started at. I was talking about the stretch, and then I started talking about the fact that I'm using high pressure sodium. I was talking about I'm using high pressure sodium in my veg to get my plants to stretch so I can get them ready for scrog. And I said, motherfucker, that's why that wedding cake stretches so much, because this guy underneath that high pressure sodium, it's already a stretchy plant, and it's double stretching under the high pressure sodium. The dude started arguing with everything I said. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with the high pressure sodium. It ain't got nothing to do with the plant being the genetics of the plant. It was all my growing techniques that was making that plant stretch. So what I was saying with the pool is every time I go into the veg area, as I turn the pool and put another plant underneath the light. So they all get the same time period right underneath the light. So when I rotate it, I make sure that the one that's farther away ain't growing uneven to the pool to the plant that's on the side of the pool next to the light. I need it all to be this in the same size and format. So I rotate it. Hey, that's what I was telling too about transplanting. And once again, my homegirl Blessed, she came with everything I was saying about transplanting and getting them root bound and everything else. She was right on top of that with me. Now, every which way possible, this man trying to tell me my shit is root bound because I'm in a gallon planter. And I said, dude, I just put the first of all, I had just put the plant, I just transplanted a week ago. I said, another thing is I got 6 plants in gallon planters, and the only ones that's stretching are the wedding cakes. First of all, if in the planter, they gonna stop stretching in the planter once they get root bound. They gonna start branching out, thinking they ain't got a lifespan to be able to grow that big. They gonna start putting their limbs out. That's a method that I use to get branches, to get it bushy. They don't stretch when they get root bound. Well, y'all talking about spinner weed now. Now listen, I told y'all that I helped design a machine that spent weed around in circles. If you look up, if you Google the spinner weed, the spinner machine, growing machine, it's 12 plants in a little dome, and each plant turn real slow. There's gears underneath the deck, and they turn the plants real slow, and it's a bulb in the middle. It's called a vertical grow. And it's a spinner machine, but it's a bulb in the middle, and the plants turn around like this, and around the outside of the bulb, so the whole plant get light, and it's reflecting on the outside of it. That was a vertical grow. I helped design the machine. Well, I didn't help design the machine. They already had the machine. I helped them get the kinks out the machine. Right, that's what I was saying, Twisted. It helps them bush out. That's why in solo cups, you leave them in solo cups so they bush out. Then after they bush out, root bound in a solo cup, you put them to a 1 gallon and you let them root bound and bush out in there. Then you can do whatever the fuck you want to do with them. This man trying to tell me my plants was stretching because I had them in a 1 gallon. First he said I do 6 plants in the pool. It's 30 gallons of soil. So each plant gets 5 gallons. He trying to tell me they fighting for root space. I said they root bound. He goes, not root bound. They're fighting for root space. So tell me what's the difference from fighting for root space and root bound? And tell me why I got companion plants in my other pools, and my pools are filled up with plants, with bush plants and collard greens and broccoli growing, and ain't nothing choking each other out. Hey, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? As long as everybody else know what I'm saying. Because this man has been growing since he was 18. Can't nobody tell him shit. But I still want to know how he grow big ass plants with autoflowers. I'm gonna watch his videos. I'm gonna watch his channel. I say hi to him today on his channel. I say it peacefully too. I ain't talk shit to him. I say, your grow look real good, my guy. I said, but you're growing autoflowers. But we're gonna see what that do. Yeah, Twister. I was telling you too, bro. Like when you ever want some right here, these are all the whites I got cloning right now. These are grape OGs. These are Star Dogs. So I ended up taking the Star Dog and cutting 7 clones off of it. I figured I don't want to lose that strand, and I want to bloom that strand, so I needed to get some clones off of that. So these are Star Dogs, and these are GMOs. And these right here is off that Lemon OG that I got upstairs that's been around since last summer. But I work my cloner like nonstop. That's why I was telling everybody about the cinnamon shit, because the cinnamon been in this reservoir since September. Like I ain't never changed his res out. That's why the top's so dirty. If y'all can see all the tops, I'm gonna take the shop back and clean it up and try to brush that shit up and loosen it. But it ain't never been empty since September to clean it up. You feel me? Like this mother been running nonstop. You the second person that's a huge cloner. Hey, listen, like I said, I had built a cloner. I bought the wrong tote, and the cloner was leaking. So I ended up finding this tote at Home Depot because I had a 68 site cloner that I made. I found this tote at Home Depot, and I just converted everything from the other tote to this tote. Like just drilled the holes over again and everything else, just flipped it over and put it in this one. This one been sitting here since September with the same water in it. This whole outfit been running since September. The light, this, the res. Let me tell you something. This is the only thing that burnt out on me since from September to now. I had just put in. And let me tell you that I had so much bad luck with pumps. I got a backup pump. I got one in there that's replaced that one that burnt out, and I got a whole one right here. So yeah, because without my cloner, I ain't got no grow. Well, Goliath do the same shit, huh? Goliath, where you at, man? How long your water been sitting in your cloner, bro? I'm curious to know because that'd be the first time somebody's just as crazy as me. Oh, he just started up. Okay. Mine been in there since September. Like literally, only thing I do is top it off. Or my jug is no, my jug is in the kitchen. I got a gallon Hawaiian jug that I fill up, and every couple of days I pour some in here. But then, like I just showed them today, is they asked me the measurements for the cinnamon and shit that I put in here, and I just took this cap off. You can still see it sitting in there. But once the sprayer turned back on, it'll rinse that away. But I just showed them that I just dump the shit in there and don't measure it and let it do what it do.